We're in early August. What's coming up?
Squirrel season.
The gateway to the hunting seasons, right?
Absolutely.
All right, that's what rings in the old hunting seasons for us. So, one big thing that's really important, getting ready for squirrel season, deer season's coming up, is getting your scope sighted in. You know, sometimes they get bumped during the off season, or you may go out and get a brand new gun. All right, so here's a few tips that'll hopefully get that scope sighted in real quick for you and get you out there and ready for squirrels. If you want to be able to take out the human error, that's the biggest thing with sighting in a gun, is you could possibly be the cause of why that bullet's off to the side from where you're trying to hit. So if you want to take out human error, there's a few steps that you can do that we'll run through real quick. The first step that you want to do is use a solid rest. Now you'll notice we're sitting down in a solid chair. We've got it set into the ground so there's not a bunch of wiggling and rocking. I've got a gun vise here. Now I'm not going to completely tighten this down because it's just a 22. It's not going to kick that bad.
Also, another big thing that Marty's doing here is his breathing control. He wants to either shoot on a full inhale, and he's going to hold his breath for a slight second as he pulls the trigger, or he's going to wait until he has fully exhaled his breath before he pulls the trigger. And this way it keeps the stability of the gun. You're not going to have any rise and fall in the sights when you're aiming.
It looks like this table's really low. Kind of looks like it's a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm doing that to try and get a solid low center of gravity and have as many solid points to base on as possible. So I'm going to have my elbow on my thigh here. Go ahead and get this centered up. I've got my other elbow on the table. I'm going to pull the gun right back into my shoulder.
To eliminate the human error and sighting in the rifle, we've actually had the target set up at 25 yards. And when you're shooting at a shorter distance, it helps eliminate that human error.
If we only shoot one time, you know, we're not really getting a good pattern. So we'll put several shots through here and then we'll see where we're hitting. All right, put several shots through. Now we'll go see where it's hitting at.
Good Lord, Marty. What have you been doing? You've been chopping wood with your 22 scope on there?
Ooh, glad we're not shooting at squirrels just yet.
Yeah.
So let's count this out. We got 1, 2.5, 2.5 to the right, and 1, 2, 2 up. So we need to bring it down 2 and over to the left 2.5 then.
Right.
All right, so now we know where the gun's hitting. We need to go ahead and make some adjustments on the scope to get it dialed back into where we want to be. We noticed that it was hitting about 2 inches high. Now if we were shooting at 100 yards and going by what it says on the scope here, each click would be worth a 1/4 inch. So to move it down 2 inches would take 8 clicks. But we're not shooting at 100 yards, we're shooting at 25 yards, which is a 1/4 of the distance. So therefore we have to multiply the number of clicks that we normally would do by 4. So instead of 8 clicks to move 2 inches down, we're going to do 32 clicks to go 2 inches down. We're going to do the same thing on our left to right. Since we're shooting at 25 yards, it's about 2.25 inches off to the right. So typically if you're going by the 100-yard clicks, you would have to move it about 9 clicks to be able to get it where you need to be. But what we're going to go ahead and do is multiply it times 4, the number of clicks, since we're shooting at 25 yards instead of 100 yards. 9 times 4, 36. We're going to go ahead and do 36 clicks here. And that should have us dialed in where we need to be.
I don't know. I can't math.
All right, now that we've made those quick adjustments, we're going to go ahead and put some more lead through it, see how it's hitting. Hopefully we're spot on, ready to go for some squirrels. All right, let's go see where we're at. Ooh, that's looking a little bit better there.
I'd say a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
I'd say that's a squirrel's head.
Oh yeah.
From 25 yards. I'd take it.
The squirrels might be in trouble.
Yeah, they might be.
Sweet.
So, all right. Good deal.
Cool.
Pretty simple. I'd say it probably took us about 15 minutes in total to really get this nailed down.
Cool. So give those tips a try. Hopefully that'll help you get that scope dialed in. And hopefully you'll be dropping some squirrels here pretty soon.